Let the people know you're a bad man that wrong you. Want to use us you. So I'm getting ready to go to the gym, and so I'm jamming to some music to get me in the right frame of mind. But I wanted to send a quick video to you guys and share something that's happening for me right now, and it's a great learning. And of course, I wanted to share it, right? And it's very raw and unfiltered, which is why you are seeing me raw and unfiltered right now. Sans makeup on my way to the gym. Okay, so here's what's going on. Before I tell you the actual thing, I have to tell you two things about myself. One, don't like criticism. Have never liked it. However, I have learned, right? I used to be terrible with receiving it. In fact, so much so that the people in my life really held back from telling me things I really needed to hear. Now they're a little bit less apprehensive because I have learned that processing criticism is imperative. It's really, there's no way I can become the woman that I want to be without being willing to receive feedback, even negative feedback, and process it and use it to become better, right? So that's number one. Number two is I hate failure. In fact, I hated it so much. The very first time I started to do something, I had a concept that was very refreshed, like I would say my first year working as a pharmacist. And then I was primed to do it because I was brand new working, had no overhead, no expenses. I wasn't married, I was single. I had a ton of extra cash that I wasn't doing anything with that I could have used to really start my business. And if I had been doing that, then I would be much further along. But failure was so jarring to me. So I did one thing. I had one networking event that I hadn't really thought through completely. It didn't go exactly the way I wanted. In fact, had I done it today, I would have understood that looked like a failure was actually a success. I just needed to tweak it. But it was so jarring to me that I stopped altogether and never touched it again until much later because I hate failure. Now, here's the thing I've learned. In order to be a successful person, particularly a successful entrepreneur, you must not only get used to failure, you must embrace it. And so here's what's going on right now. Here's my raw and unfiltered moment. There's an initiative I've been trying to do, get off the ground for a refresh, and it hasn't been going according to plan. There's some snafus here and there, and right. So I was just talking to my team and saying, okay, well, you know what? We're just going to have to retool, and we're just going to have to change the plan. And one of my team members was like, oh, I'm a little discouraged. I was like, oh, don't be discouraged. Hey, it's going to work out. Don't worry. And I was thinking, wow, I have gotten kind of used to failure. Like, I'm not even worried about it anymore. It's not even a thing, right? And I know that when I retool, this initiative is going to be amazing. I know that. I can already see the things that need to be fixed and the things that need to be transformed. And because I'm releasing my ego and I'm releasing my need to appear perfect, I am going to be free to actually do what needs to be done to make this thing amazing so that I can serve my population really, really well. And it just occurred to me that, when you see people who look as if they have no failure, that as if they're always successful, you're not seeing what's actually happening. What is happening is that they have learned to fail so well and so gracefully. All you see is the success. They fall and get up so quickly and so gracefully and so happily. To you, you're like, oh, that must have been planned. So that's the learning. Don't be afraid of failure. Fail fast and fail well so that you can ultimately step into your success. God bless.